on the relay side of things, college side of things, was the race of the meet. You agree?
Oh, of course, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
It lived up to the billing that we put upon it. We promoted it like it was going to be a national record attempt. We broke it down that it was going to be between Arkansas and NC State. BYU
Mhm.
decided to go all in on a different race, but they would have been in it if BYU chose to be in it. But the Arkansas NC State battle, we thought Caitlin Tui would be on that anchor, and we could see potential magic. And we see what happened is Arkansas ran a better leg on that final. Like, I think there was a strategical error that Caitlin Tui made here, where Tui got the stick like 2 seconds behind Chrissy Gear, right? And
Mhm.
she decided to make a move. Caitlin closed the gap, which we knew would happen because like 2 seconds, 1500, it's gonna be hard for Chrissy Gear just to keep that going. We knew Caitlin Tui was gonna catch her. The problem is Tui tried to make that pass way too early. She made the move like 350 meters out and thought she would just pull away. I like to think that if Tui would have stayed on her tail up until 100 meters to go and then make the final kick, it would have been a more of a potential for NC State to win. Um, but
Yeah.
Chrissy Gear is also a 409 1500 meter
Yeah.
runner. She
Yeah.
ran 410 split here, so it was going to be a tough challenge for Tui to beat a 409 runner who has a 2 second lead.
Exactly.
But regardless, it was a great run for both teams. Arkansas shattering the record. They both shattered it. I mean, we knew basically halfway through the third leg the record was gone, and it was exciting to see two great teams, two great programs. 2019 cross country champs versus the 2021 cross country champs.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
I think the theme was both teams just went for it. They absolutely went for it from the leadoff leg all the way through to the anchor leg because the second leg, NC State had the edge and they tried to open the gap as much as possible. Third leg, Lauren Gregory of Arkansas claws back, and she didn't just pull even with NC State and then sit on NC State's shoulder and then outkick NC State in the last 100. No, the thought process was, well, I think they all had, at least the Arkansas folks seemed to have the record in their mind. So it was go, 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 go. But also, they wanted to just put their anchor leg in the best possible position. And Gear was going for it. It's not as if Gear put on the brakes and then this turned into a tactical last leg. She was going for it. And then Tui was going for it. And that's what made this race so epic. And the fans were so into this one because it was move after move after move. And I give Tui credit because you can like break down every single little decision, but she put it all out there. And we don't know her official final split. I'm still working on that. Maybe I'll have that by Wednesday's pod. We still don't know her official final split, but
I told you to text the
it
coach.
it's possible that she had a PB. It's possible that she ran a PB on this anchor leg. So what more could you ask for if you're NC State or if you're Arkansas? Like both teams got the absolute best out of everybody. And she thought her best chance was probably a long drive from home. Like she probably thought, hey, she knows how good Gear is. If I just sit, maybe that's my best shot. Maybe I need to break her from farther out. It was just awesome. It was awesome to see this race, this relay. This one and some of the other relays just made me think, and I talk more about this on this week's edition of This Week in Track. There needs to be a distance relay at the NCAA Outdoor Championships, either 4 by DMR, 4 by 15, I guess, but that's a little long. I don't care. There needs to be some distance relay at outdoors. It needs to change.
Yeah, I agree. We There's so many great distance programs in the NCAA that like no matter what you're going to get a great, you know, championship style performance from these teams. The reason why we don't have a lot of distance relays at the world championship level is because World Athletics recognizes that watching mainly Kenya and Ethiopia run by themselves isn't great TV. And you don't have like a lot of teams that can put together world class four unique distance athletes. I disagree with that. I think, UK has great athletes. Australia, obviously America, like you can find a way to get a good group of 8 at a world championship level. But at an
Yeah.
NCAA level, you 100% can get a good group of 8 to 12 in a final for a great relay.
Yeah.
And hey, I mean, it was pretty cool. We mentioned in the broadcast, like in the beginning of the race, we literally saw the past three cross country teams: BYU, Arkansas, and
Yeah.
NC State. Just like it's like oh, we're watching cross country, the all star cross country race right now.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. And it just feels weird. This was so awesome. You want to bottle it and save it. And instead, that's it. Now they're all going to go do some individual events. No, I want to see round two. I want to see BYU at full strength. Get after it. On the men's side, I want to see Texas versus Ole Miss after what Ole Miss did in the 4x in the DMR and what Texas did in the 4x mile. I want to see who has that better mid distance program. And you can go and measure up individual results when you get NCAA outdoors. But I just think you got the 4x1, you got the 4x4. Let's just put one in there. We have one indoors. Let's just do one of them outdoors. Could be 4x, could be DMR. Fine with either. Also,
Yeah,
4 by
and
15 and 4 by mile, it's so long, but if you're invested in it, it's tense. It reminds me of the last like 2 minutes of a basketball game where there's fouls and replays and reviews and it drags on forever, but you're just on the edge of your seat the entire time. We'll have a cool feature coming out on this race, hopefully by tomorrow, a video feature that we can talk about on Wednesday. I was down on the track for it. It was just the pressure was just palpable down there.
yeah, and as we can talk a little bit about the men's 4 by mile, Texas winning that. What makes these 4 by 15s and 4 by miles great is that there's a lot of spikes because basically every mile is going to have a great last 400 where
Yeah,
someone is
yeah,
going to pull away or someone is going to get dropped. And you get to see that happen 4 different times. You get to see an epic 1500
yeah,
meter kick 4 unique times all in the same race. So you have like, oh, they're pulling away, and then it settles down. You get to take a break for 800 meters, and then oh, you get to go away, and then you get a little break, and it kind of pulls you in and out. And this